Hey guys, Iceluslol here, and today we've got AstroReptar on an NA game on Lucian, and he's playing in Silver 4. So for bot lane, we've got Lucian Leona right here, and it's against Zilean Ezreal. So Zilean Ezreal is definitely the poke lane, and Lucian Leona is the all-in lane. So as Lucian, your job is to basically not get poked out, and not carry bombs into Leona, which you did a good job of avoiding there. So you have Relic on Leona, so you should do fine. But like right there, like you want to stand behind the creeps and not get Mystic Shotted to the face. That's pretty important, I would say. So you wanted to proc the Sunlight charge, which was good, but Zilean exhausted you, and Sunlight is actually damaged based on you, not Leona. So it wasn't really worth it. Oh wow, really good trade, but I think you're fine here. Oh. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's kind of tricky to play against Zilean because he's not like a super common pick, but he's starting to get more popular lately for some reason. Maybe it's the new icon. Yeah, he's pretty good. So he's definitely something you want to look out for. So you're just kind of trying to get this wave into tower, which is what you should be doing. For level 3, I would have got 2 points in your Q, not 1 in everything, because your level 2 Q is really strong. I also don't know if I would have got monopots. I personally am not a fan of monopots. I know a lot of people that are, though, so I can see the argument made for them. I would have definitely got a 3rd health pot and 1 monopot, though. I like to get 3 health pots regardless. Okay, so just some trading going on here. That was good because the damage is on Leona, not you. And she has higher regen than you do, so she'll heal up. That was good. You did a lot of damage to Ezreal there. Nice. Okay, you forced... Oh, damn. You forced out Ezreal heal, but yeah, there were too many minions stacked up. Like, all these minions were attacking Leona that whole time. So, that's not your fault, I'm just saying. There's really not much you could do there. So you're playing safe while Leona's gone, which is really good. Just farming under tower, this is good. Oh, okay, Leona wants some vengeance though. Oh, nice. Worth. That was really good. Burn some summoner spells. You followed up on Leona really well. Picked off Zilean. Now you can retaliate and get some tower damage in there. You want to be pushing right now, though. Like, you're not really pushing. You want to be pushing this into tower. Like, you should... Ezreal should not be free farming right now. The Zilean out of the picture. Okay, well... So he was able to free farm there, which I would say is definitely a mistake. You had 2 people down bot, and it was just Ezreal, so just push it into tower. He has really bad wave clear. Like, you could have forced him to ult earlier, at least. Or done something, but you just kind of let him get free farm. So you think about that when you have the numbers advantage about denying people from farm, and you couldn't really deny him experience since they changed it, but okay, you're just following up on... Oof. Yeah, so I understand there you were thinking about Zilean ult, but he ended up ulting himself, and then it just, yeah, it didn't really work out. You switched to Ezreal, but Ezreal had full health, so that just kind of sucks. I would say, like, you kind of had target misidentification, because even though it's Zilean, like, you still have to attack what Leona's attacking, because, I mean, for an optimal fight, like, because you have to proc her sunlight charges. Also, I don't think you had a BF sword there. No, I don't know. I think you did. Maybe, but... So he's got Muramana. Pretty annoying. But he's not going to have any crit for the whole game, probably, so you'll deal much more damage than him late game, because blue build is terrible late game. He's definitely ahead of you, but okay, so right there, like, you just kind of step up. Like, as soon as you got a bomb on your head, like, you definitely just want to leave. Instead you just stepped up. You took a ton of creep damage, and you also just ate a bunch of Ezreal skill shots as well, so... I think, I guess, as soon as you get a bomb on your head, you just gotta leave. Like, that's what the connection in your mind should be. Like, okay, this is going to be a lot of damage, I should just walk away. One trick you can do with Zilean too is when the bomb's on your head, walk over to your own creeps and it'll explode and push the wave in your favor, so you can potentially freeze the wave. Or make Zilean get the CS, then deny Ezreal a bunch of CS, which is also fine. But there is some counterplay. Ezreal is in base, he disconnected or something. You're just farming, I'm going to speed this up until something happens. Okay, Ezreal's back, I don't know what he was doing. You're just free farming, it's fine, you didn't know where he was. It's acceptable. Okay, Leona's trying to trade here. So again, you're attacking the wrong target. I mean, I shouldn't say you're attacking the wrong target, I'm just saying you're attacking the target that doesn't have sunlight on them, so they're not going to die. And Leona didn't really put you in a great position because she dove past the creeps again. Like, she likes to make a habit of this. So like, you either have to like try to push the wave faster so you have more opportunities to follow up on her crazy engages, or you have to just ignore her and then while she CCs Ezreal, just focus on Zilean. But Zilean has Athenes, so he's going to do a lot of damage, and he has Ruby Crystal, so he's going to have extra health. It's going to be really hard to kill him. You don't even have crit yet, so it's difficult. Okay, Leona is just fighting by herself here. Oh no, sorry, Tryndamere here. Okay, wow, nice. So that was a really good play by your support and your Tryndamere. You got blue buff, hopefully you don't feed it to Shaco. Okay, good. You're gonna go back, you have Infinity Edge, your build is fine. I like Zerkreeves on Lucian, a lot of people build cooldown boots. I think it's just personal preference. I like rushing Infinity Edge, I think it's very strong. Lucian's passive crits, which is amazing. Yeah, you gotta be careful with Zilean. This guy does a lot of damage. Okay. So you're just kind of free farming against Zilean, which is fine. But yeah, I don't think he's just gonna chip you out. Like, you gotta be really careful here. Shaco's gonna come down here too. Oh. Yeah, this sucks. His wave clear is like really good. Okay, you burned heal, but you didn't die. Yeah, I would just go. I would have gone in a jungle, honestly. Like that blue buff. I would have just gone in jungle, I think, because like Zilean is pretty fed, and he's really strong against Lucian because he can just slow you and kind of laugh. Okay, that was really good. So I would have just gone in jungle. But yeah, so you're mid now. You get this free tower. This is really good. Grouping up with your team. The other enemy team is still farming jungle. I don't know why. You get this free tower. You get this inhibitor. This is why you group up with your team, because you just get free objectives. Because it's solo queue and no one cares. Going to do dragon. This is good. I don't know what's gonna happen though. Damn. Oh, the box. Okay, so you saw this box go down. Yeah, like you got to think about the radius on this box. If you just kept walking, like one more Teemo this way, you'd be here, and this box wouldn't have feared you. And it, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The box attacked you 5 times, and you saw it placed. So it has an arm time, so you just want to walk past it. Just continue walking, and it won't fear you or do any damage to you. Your skill build is fine. That's how I would recommend building him now. You have Shiv second, it's fine. Lucian's build is like super flexible. I don't think it really matters. I like IE Shiv though a lot on him. I think it's good. Okay, wow, you guys are going for Baron. Okay, I mean, you're doing a really good job of grouping with your team, and your team is way more coordinated than their team. So, you know, you could be farming this whole time, but you're grouping up with your team, and you're trusting that they're making the right calls, and they are. I mean, you got a base tower, you got an inhibitor, and you just got Baron for pretty much free. It's really free. So, the enemy team is just not contesting anything. And, like, you're not, you know, Ezreal's ahead of you, you're not ahead of him or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you grew up as 5 and you're more you guys are more coordinated, you guys get the objectives, like, that's the most important thing. Okay, Cass just used her ult. Alright, and we're just dumpstering Nasus. Alright, wow. It's actually a dead tower, it's a replay bug. Okay, so stayed a little bit too long. I guess I would have just left. There's really no other objectives you could have got there. So it doesn't matter too much. I mean, you didn't really get anything out of that though, but you got more kills and like more pressure, I guess. So, and you're grouping up with your team anyways. This is really good. I mean, you have a really good like level of teamwork with this team. So, and you're kind of leveraging the fact that you're under farmed and underfed versus their Ezreal. But it doesn't matter because, like I said, you're grouped up as 5. You have IE Shiv and you have parts of Last Whisper. You do plenty of damage. And Ezreal's ahead of you, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like you're 1v1ing Ezreal. Like, oh no, Leona. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to siege a Mordekaiser because you have to just like run away when he ults. Let's see what we got. You have free dragon. Yeah, your guys' objective control is absurd. Oh. This Mord is making plays though with his ult. Even though he's 1 of 9. Okay, Cass picked him up. Zilean's dead, Cass is dead. Oh! Nice shield from Cass's Archangels. Alright, so you got the inhibitor down. You should probably leave now so you don't make the same mistake you did last time. Another Baron. Yeah, this game is just a good example of when you're like behind really badly. So, you know, sometimes if you just group up with your team, you can just get objectives and catch back up really, really fast. And as long as you're not too far behind, you'll still do plenty of damage. Okay, so what you did right there when you got Mordekaiser ulted and backed off is exactly what you had to do. But then you kind of went back in, and now you backed off again. So, okay, there's no Mord. Yeah, as long as Mord ult is not on you, you can't give him a pet, which is important. Because if he gets a Lucian pet, he could probably like single-handedly win the team fight. Because the pet gets damage based off your damage, so. And a bonus on top of that, I think. Okay, you're finally cracking other objectives. It's really good. I would say the only thing could have done differently in this siege portion of the game is just not have died at mid the area you're on now in the last push, but I mean everything else is fine. Yeah, I mean you should be positioned exactly where you are behind Cassiopeia and Leona, I would say. And I would just go jungle. Or you're gonna recall, it's fine. Alright, you've got max physical damage items, or damage items. Now you can work on your defensive item. You bought a elixir. I don't really like that as much. I don't like the elixir before finishing a defensive item or just another item in general. I mean, you're already caught back up in the game pretty much, so I just don't really see a need for it. I would prefer to finish your last item before you start buying elixirs. That's my personal opinion. Maybe if you're getting blown out and you're in your base and you just want to buy one to hopefully win the next team fight in like a desperation attempt, I can see that. But in your head, it doesn't really make any sense to me. Because finishing the last item is more valuable in the long run, and then you can buy elixirs after that. So anyway, basically you got wrecked in lane, and you ended up coming back pretty nicely. Just because you grouped up with your team and you guys were very coordinated and you went to objectives, and the enemy team didn't really. They had Nasus and who just wants to farm, and Mord who kind of wants to farm, and Shaco who, you know, he's farming his Feral Flare and stuff. And they were just kind of all over the map, farming, and you guys were doing objectives. So that's really good. You fought the temptation to go farm, AFK farm for 30 minutes, and you grouped up with your team. And you ended this game before 40 minutes, so considering how far you were behind your lane opponent, that's very good. So nice job. Let's go to your questions real quick. You said you've been having trouble carrying games after First Blood or getting ahead, for instance, in bot lane. How do I transfer my lead into a one game? Or I guess he means into a win. Specifically when the enemy team has fed champs as well. Unfortunately, I can't really offer you any context for this game. Well, I guess sort of I can. I mean, in terms of Ezreal, like the bot lane, their bot lane was super fed. I mean, they were definitely far ahead of you. So I guess in this case, I mean, the answer is group up with your team. Like, it worked out really well here. In the early game sense, I would say just try to squeeze out jungle camps and farm wherever you can. But like in terms of the mid game and late game, you got to group up with your team, and you did that. So very good job. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I would say that you understand like Lucian's mechanics. Leona puts you in a lot of really bad spots that you couldn't really follow up on, and Zilean is just super strong against Lucian. I mean, the slow against that super strong slow against Lucian, a character who is really normally mobile, basically you take away all of his mobility, is pretty brutal. So, and it's probably not a matchup you're very familiar with, I get the sense, which is perfectly fine. But you should become familiar with it because he's going to be more popular. He's been picked a lot more, and he's going to become more popular. So, something you want to educate yourself on. And I think that is it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you hit the subscribe button that's above my head on the next screen, you'll get an email whenever a new video comes out. And yeah, I think that's it. Till next time.